We're live.
We're live. Hi, Flavia.
Hi, Susanna. How you doing?
Good. I'm happy to be back here with you.
Yeah, we miss you so much.
I missed you and I miss doing these. Hi, everyone.
Hi, everyone.
Well, we have a few questions to answer, but then afterwards, stay tuned because we're going to talk a little bit about destination weddings in Peru.
Right.
Um, I just got married here in the US and I really want to dream about having another ceremony in Peru. So we're going to talk about where we could do that. Right, Flav?
Right. We're gonna suggest some few places that you can do your wedding destination here. And as Susanna was saying, like it's her dream to do it again, marry
Yeah.
herself again here. So we're gonna talk about this after we answer the questions that we received this week.
Cool. So you have the first one, Flav?
Yes. So we got the first question from John Hand. He was asking if he can get the antigen test in Lima Airport, and the answer is yes, you can do it. However, it's only for passengers. So if you're arriving or you're leaving, you just can't use the facility that is located in the parking lot of the airport. And the location opens from 5 a.m. to 5 p.m. So be careful about if your flight arrives later or earlier, so you can see if you can use it, and if not, we recommend you to do like the antigen test in another place the next day, because you have 24 hours to do it, and then skip the quarantine with that. And you can also do it in Unilabs. I was talking with them in their web page. They have the antigen test in the Armendariz lab. However, it says in the web page they say that it's only for people that has symptoms, but actually, when I talked with them, I chat with a representative. He was telling me, "Oh no, you actually can do the reservation and and then go and by walk, like go to the place and do it, even though if you don't have the symptoms, and get the results. And after that, they upload this information to Minsa, that is the health ministry, and then from that you will have to get the alta epidemiológica. I don't know how to say that, Susana, if you can help me with that.
It's like a medical release, which
Yeah, something
will
like
allow
that.
you to end your quarantine.
Exactly. So that's the only thing, and that's how it's being managed.
Okay.
And
Yeah, I just sent through the website for Unilab so you guys can take a look. And then our second question, it's kind of the same between Mokini and was it just Garcia?
yes, Garcia. His name is Garcia.
Hi to both. So they were both wondering what the current situation is in Peru in general. And let me send through our update. We have an article with our updates about the situation. As you guys know, up until May 9th, a lot of places, many places, are under extreme risk, including Cusco and Lima. And so that means a lot more restrictions, less capacity at different, places, whether it's restaurants, shopping malls, stores. But even in these extreme places, extreme risk places, there are tourism attractions open with very limited capacity. For example, museums and archaeological sites are only at 30%, but they are open. So, as for last year when we were really in extreme risk, there weren't a lot of places open, but now, we are taking more precautions, but still places are open that people can go to. One thing that did start this week was double masking at places with high volume of people. For example, pharmacies and shops, places where you're shopping. Double mask is required. Um, you could use a face shield on top of your two masks if you like, but that's not required. But the two masks are. And then again, in all everywhere in Peru, when you're out in public, you should have a mask. So that's the current situation, and I'll send the link to our article right now.
Yes. And well, now I'm going to answer our third question that we got from Dina. She was asking for some guidance regarding going from Miraflores to the airport because, of course, a lot of people is asking themselves if with the curfew it's possible to go to the airport later because, of course, there are some flights that are at 2 a.m., 3 a.m., and with the curfew they think that they need to be at 9 p.m. and if there's a way to go over there. So she was asking if buses were running after the curfew. Buses are not operating, however you can actually use a taxi, and those taxis needs to have the permits so they can go to the airport. And also you have to have your boarding pass in hand because if the police stops you, they're just gonna ask you for that and you're totally fine to go. So if you have to be in the airport after 9 p.m., you can do it. It's not mandatory to be there by 9 p.m. when the curfew starts. So that's how right now the situation is. So don't worry about like, oh, my flight is at 3 a.m. and instead of being there at midnight, you're like thinking, oh no, I have to be at night. No, so there's no problem about that.
Yeah, actually, my mom's going back to Peru on. She's flying Saturday and arriving on Sunday, and Sunday is curfew all day. But she can get home um, with a taxi that has the right. What do you call them?
From
Certificate.
okay. Yeah. Yeah, with
Her
the permit.
boarding with the permit and with her
With the
boarding pass. So.
exactly, exactly. So I see that we have a lot of people asking in the comments. So we're gonna start answering because we don't have more. I Virginia Harry, hi. She's asking, do you know when Peru will be open for UK travelers? Unfortunately, we don't have that information yet. That's been postponed every 15 days that the government's saying like still they're not opening for them. So we have to wait a little bit longer to see actually that what they say. We would love that they start opening sooner, but
Yeah,
unfortunately
we just have to wait for like the UK
exactly.
to authorize. The same with Chile. They're going through a tough time right now, and they close their borders. So we will definitely update
Hmm.
people when that will happen, but we don't have a date yet.
Exactly. Then we have Lucas. Hi, Lucas. He's asking when is it open to travel to Peru from USA? So actually, right now you can travel from the USA to Peru. You have like the airport from Los Angeles. You have from Houston. You have flights from Miami that can arrive to Peru. I seen Copa Airlines operating, Latam operating, American Airlines. I already said so.
New York,
So
New yeah.
exactly from New York too. So it is possible to travel to from the USA to Peru. Don't forget that if you're gonna come, you need to have a 72-hour PCR test before you come here. You have to do the health statement before you come. Also, wear your mask and a face shield through the flight because if you arrive and you don't have the face shield, they're not gonna let you fly. It's one of the requirements that are mandatory. And that's it. Let's
Yeah,
see.
we have another question from Michael. Hi, Michael. He's asking about the antigen test on Cruz del Sur, and
Mm,
we don't work with those bus lines. I suggest you go into their website, Flavia. I don't know if you have other questions, but I do see if I just quickly searched on
yeah.
their website, and they give places of where you can get the antigen test.
Yeah, actually, we do work with Processor.
Oh,
It's
good.
yeah, we do, but they're not giving the antigen test, so you need to get it. However, you don't need them to travel inside Peru right now, so it's not mandatory. Before it was mandatory to have like a PCR to travel inside, but now no, so that's why they're not doing that. How
Definitely, check their website, check
Yes,
their social
exactly.
media. I'm really sure that they probably update people on their protocols. So, um, and if you can call, definitely call too. But yeah, again, like Flavia says, you don't need the test to travel within Peru.
Exactly. Then another one is Virginia is asking, is it acceptable if I spend 2 weeks in Mexico before arriving in Peru? So that's the thing right now with people who is from like residents and have the citizenship from Brazil, South Africa, in UK, that even if they spend time in other place and come here, they're not letting them in. If you're from other citizenship, yes, that's unfortunately that's how right now they're doing it. Like any Brazilian or resident from the UK or from South Africa, unfortunately, is not able to come. However, just will I suggest that you should like look a little bit more for the information. But this is the latest information that I had. It was like still, if you're a resident from those places, you cannot enter to the country. That unfortunately.
For Mexico too?
No, I mean if you come from Mexico, it's fine. But if you are a citizen from UK, Brazil, and South Africa,
Yeah.
I don't know why they're not letting those
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
residents come
No,
to
it's because
Peru.
of the variant, because of the
Exactly.
COVID variant. Yeah. Right. So Peru has a restriction on citizens from those countries, wherever you're coming from,
Mhm.
to enter the country. Yeah. But
Exactly. And also if you're traveling from those places too.
yeah.
Exactly. Um and what else?
Um, I mean, I say there's a conversation about math, and
Yeah.
we give the information that is set upon by the government, and we ask everyone to follow them. Coming from uh, living in Peru to the US, in Peru, you have to wear a mask everywhere, even outside going to a store nearby. That's the rule, and that's what we have to do. And again, it's all for to get better, everyone and the whole country to get better, and to get out of the situation we're in right now with the high number of cases.
Exactly.
I even had to wear a mask at my wedding. So
Right. She had to.
moving on to
Oh, wait, we
Dan-
have another
okay,
question. Is
Danielle.
Danielle? Hi Danielle. He's asking if someone wants to come to Peru and she received the vaccine for COVID, that she needs to make another test. So the thing is that even if you're vaccinated, you still need to do all the requirements that they are asking. That it's the test, the PCR test before coming here, that with the 72 hours prior coming here, and if you want to skip the quarantine, you need to do the antigen test upon arrival, and you have actually 24 hours to do the antigen test. So that's how it's working right now. And I don't know,
Well,
guys, if you
if
have
we
more
see other
questions.
questions, if we see more questions, we can definitely stop our conversation to answer them. But Danielle, yes, 72 hours prior to your arrival in Peru.
Right,
Um, but yeah, we wanted to talk a little bit about destination weddings in Peru. Um,
right,
I married almost a week ago here. I'm Peruvian, so I would love to do a wedding in Peru with family, when everything obviously gets better. But Flavia and I were talking about all the places that you could do. I mean, I'm from
right.
Lima, but oh my God, the Amazon would be a beautiful place. We were looking at places in Tarapoto, right, Flavia?
Right. Yeah, there's this place.
Botanical Garden.
Yeah, botanical garden in Moyobamba. It's
Mm,
beautiful to
it
go
looks
and just get married.
beautiful. Yeah, and then
It
I
is
mean,
great.
I never made it to. Oh my God, I'm missing. What's the other place? Squelap. Uh,
Squelap. Yeah.
would love to do it around there. That would be beautiful.
That's
Um,
another option, like doing it in Gokta Lodge, the one that it's like
in
with the Gokta waterfall
the
scenery,
background,
yeah, in the background, like the landscape. That would be perfect.
that would
It's
be
another option, a
so
really
beautiful.
huge option and really good one.
Yeah. And then obviously Cusco is so beautiful. I mean, I was asking Flavia if you could have a ceremony in Machu Picchu, and obviously not. But there
Not
are a
really.
lot of proposals that happen in Machu Picchu.
Right, there's so many proposals. Like it's one of the most requested destinations to go and just propose
Propose.
to
But
your
then
girlfriend.
you can get married at what's the lodge in Aguascalientes?
Oh, the Sumac Hotel. They have this Andean ceremony that they do in the hotel. Beautiful. And if you
Yeah.
want to go, like if you want to actually get married in Aguascalientes, you can do it. And they do this Andean ceremony, as I was saying, with like they try to do it with the Pachamama. So they bring like some coca
Yeah.
leaves and
That's what I
some
saw with Tambo de
chichora.
Minca. Yeah, Tambo de
Right.
Minca in the Sacred Valley, that hotel also does a beautiful ceremony with the beautiful textiles, like all laid out in the garden. It would be so beautiful.
Uh-huh, exactly. Virginia is saying, if I can get into
Oh
Peru,
my
will
God,
I go with the spiders? I'm
I
saying,
can't deal with spiders, Virginia, but I do want to go to the jungle, so
well,
I don't know what we're gonna do.
I've been in the jungle a couple of times. So I've been like in Tarapoto, Iquitos, Amazonas, so a lot of places. And I must admit that you will find sometimes really huge spiders like crawling when you're sleeping and suddenly you're like, oh, wait a minute. But however, like they try to cover you with this net always in your bed. You will have a net so they can cover you and help you to protect just in case.
Yeah,
But
but you will see the
I think you can be fine. Like yeah, sometimes it can be like a little bit scary to see and enter to the room and see like a big spider, but it's alright. It's gonna be fine. I know that some people have like some phobia to it.
Oh my God, I can't. Not even the little ones. I'll do it for the pictures. I'll do it for the gram.
Right? Oh, and Christopher. Hi, Christopher. He's saying, going to Peru in August. I can wait. I have a question. My dad said that Peru is going to be extremely dangerous right after the election in June. What do you think? So, to answer that question, we don't know. Um, right now that I'm staying here, things are like speculating everywhere. Still, everything is normal. Let's say, like living wise. But we don't know how everything is gonna be after June.
I mean, it's
So
a difficult situation, you know. A lot of opinions, and from one extreme to the other. And, I think all we can do is hope for the best and really think about Peru's future, and what, will um, have the country prosper for everyone. And it's very difficult for Peruvian citizens, when it's time to vote in June. And all we can hope for is, once the results come in, that, if there's going to be protests, that they're peaceful, and if the transition of power is peaceful as well. We obviously, we stay out of politics, but we do want to keep people informed about the situation, so we will do that. And again, we all want the best for the country and its citizens. So that's, in terms of travel, what will that look like for travel after June? We will keep people informed.
exactly. And we're just gonna wait for the best. Let's see how it goes, and we hope that, as Susana says, everything transitions in a very specific way. So we just have to wait. Unfortunately, these kind of situations, you never have the right answer to them.
Yeah, we'll keep people informed of the facts and what's going on.
Yeah, exactly.
Um, and
And
I'm glad you're gonna come back, Christopher, to Peru in August.
yeah, and I see Veronica is participating a lot. So thank you so much, Veronica, for being participating with us
And hi
and
from
commenting. Oh, and
Lisa.
hi Lisa. So
Yeah, there's a lot of families wanting to return soon, so we hope that things will only get better, and
exactly.
people will be able to go back.
Exactly. We just have to wait a lot and see how everything evolves because, of course, around the world right now, the situation is not ideal, let's say. So, and even like here, like right now in the US, mostly everyone is getting vaccinated, so things are gonna start like going back to normal. Let's say it like that. But here, unfortunately, this is gonna take a little bit
And
more for the
right now,
vaccinations.
the situation in India is terrible. So there are a lot of countries around the world that are going through it, and yeah, well, we just have to keep going and take care of ourselves and other people.
Exactly. The good thing is that vaccinations for people over 70 now it's starting in May. So
Amazing.
that's great. We hope that at least by June people over 60 start vaccinating. For example, I'm waiting for my dad to be vaccinated. So we have to wait and see, but hopefully by June that's going to happen, you know?
Viva Peru, that's the spirit. Always
Right.
looking for the best for the country.
Yeah, now, Malik Rogers. Hi, Malik. He's asking, is there a way to get in touch with U.S. Embassy in Peru? Need to renew children's passport that have expired abroad. So, you can do so. You just have to go to their website, and there you will find their emails or telephone numbers. They're actually responding more the emails. I had in, let's say, uh March, no, yes, March, sorry. I had a US passenger that came here and unfortunately lost her passport, and we had to contact the US embassy. We entered to the website and call them with the phone numbers that were there, and they did the whole situation. Like, they helped us to get the emergency passport for her in like 48 hours. So it was pretty, they were pretty awesome. They were helpful with that. So I suggest you to go to their website and get their information, call them, or send them an email and see all their procedures.
Well, back to destination
Back to
wedding.
the right. uh,
Um, yes,
yes,
Malik. Yes.
yes. U.S. borders are open, so just check which airports are open because, as I was saying, Houston is open, New York is open, Miami is open,
LA.
LA is open. So keep look see which airport, international airport, is the one that actually suits you better. Or else, if you have like a layover with Bogota, because some places they have layover with Bogota or Panama. Because when I came back from the US, from San Francisco to Lima, I did it through Panama. That's open. That's totally okay. So you will be fine. And back to destination, wedding destinations.
Oh my god. Okay, so the other destination is beach weddings,
Yeah,
Paracas. Ooh, I really wanted
Paracas or Mancora too.
up north. Yeah, that would be
Yes,
cool.
like a really nice wedding, the beach wedding.
My father's
Yes.
from Talara, from up there, so that would be amazing.
Right.
Yeah. So Christopher, um,
Let's
um, um, so Andina.p has updates on the numbers of vaccines purchased, because they've purchased um, a few
purchase quite.
thousand per time. From Talara? Are you in Talara, Veronica? Whoa, that's cool. My
It
dad
was
was born
nice.
there. I haven't been there since I was like 10.
Oh my god, you need to go. You
Like,
need to go back.
it's so beautiful too.
It is.
Um, oh, but, Christopher, yeah, the vaccines. I don't know if you have a bigger estimate, a better estimate, Flavia, of the vaccines, but Andina
Not
Puntope has those numbers.
Yeah, and in Andina you will find all the numbers, and I know by fact that more vaccines are coming because they are starting to vaccinate people over 70. So when they start like 60s, because they're coming, I think what they're bringing right now, because I read that the other day, is a little bit more of Pfizer and AstraZeneca, the other vaccine. That's another one that's gonna arrive here. So we're gonna wait and see when actually they arrive, because of course it's taking a little bit for them to have it here, but so they can keep with the vaccination plan here.
Hmm. And Veronica's in Lima. Her mom's from Cusco. That's cool.
Oh, that's cool.
In Lima, there would be really cool like places for a wedding, either in
Right.
Miraflores, Barranco.
Barranco. Barranco with the in the Hotel B. Oh my god, that place is amazing. I love Hotel B or Belmont Miraflores Park too for a
My
wedding.
mom got married in the cathedral in Lima. That would be
Yeah,
so beautiful.
definitely. If you are like a Catholic
Like
wedding,
that
it's
gothic old school.
right.
There's so many. Yeah, I mean, what it depends on your aesthetic, like what you want, whether it's very royal. There's so many cathedrals you could do, monasteries that you could do if you want to do a Catholic
Exactly.
wedding. Or if you want just, a beautiful, like, natural outdoors wedding. There's so many places. In Arequipa, too, that would be beautiful. Or in
Oh
Barranca
yes.
Titicaca, oh my God.
And that's another option. Like I have seen people like got more for honeymoons, but it's still like they request like a little ceremony where they go, and one of the most requested places are or else Sacred Valley or in Aguascalientes, that it's in Machu Picchu, that is Machu Picchu Pueblo, basically. So that those are the most requested, but also there are some people that are like, oh, maybe I can do like a little ceremony in Puno, as you were saying, next to
Right.
the Titicaca Lake, and so you can do it. Actually, it's everything is possible, and it's pretty nice how they go, and they're like, oh, I love the experience because you make the bond like better, and they're like, okay, I know that I already got married, but still like I'm doing my vows over here
Oh
once
man,
again.
yeah, I'll get married 1,000 times.
After all the stress of
Okay.
getting married.
Oh my God, I know. I shouldn't say that because, well, Flavia helped me with my makeup, and I was just, oh my God, that was the worst part. So much.
Right. Yeah.
And,
Oh,
like,
Veronica saying Convento Santa Catalina. Right. That's a
oh
beautiful
yeah.
place too.
Oh, he went to a wedding in Asia. That's a good idea too. That
Oh,
was
that's another good idea. Definitely.
with the waves in the back. Oh my gosh.
Right here in Lima. And, there's another place in the north that is called Pacasmayo. I don't know,
Oh
guys,
yeah.
if you have heard about that. It's kind of like an hour and 30 minutes or 2 hours from Trujillo. My mom is from there. But also, if you want to do a wedding in the beach, oh my god, that place is beautiful to do it. So yeah, this is some options, like that we want to discuss about wedding destinations here, since we already had our lovely Susanna, just
Right.
the bride, newly
Mrs.
fresh
Brown.
married.
Yeah. I'm a Mrs. That's like the when I said that out loud, I'm a Mrs. I'm like, oh my God, it's weird.
Right, right.
Um, I want to
Oh,
get married in Rimac.
oh wow, why? What's the story behind going to Rimac?
Flavia, can I put your friends at Living if people have questions about destination weddings for you?
Yes,
Cool.
sure. Yeah, so if you want, if you have any questions about destination, what is, or you already got married and you want to do your honeymoon or whatever, and then like do a little ceremony, like the ones that I was talking about, you just can send me an email through to the email that Susanna is gonna write right now, and then I'll help you with that.
Yeah. And yes, we have Carmen, saying hopefully we get enough vaccines for everyone, and yeah, that's what we're all hoping for that.
Yeah,
Um,
we just have to be patient and see how the government this manages this situation. Hopefully they start doing it better, but we will have to wait. That's it.
I want to
Oh
hear
well.
the story behind.
Yeah, me too. I want to hear the story behind the remake. Christopher, where are you?
Oh my gosh.
But well, if you had to to choose your destination here, Susanna, where would be?
I
Which one
think
would
like
be?
north. I think that would be beautiful, like a beach, like you said, Mancora, or yeah,
Right.
that would be beautiful. But it's like so hard to choose because the jungle. I think it would be a little bit more difficult to like manage,
Mm-hmm.
but in Cusco too. Cusco
Oh
would be
yes.
someone too.
Right. That would be a good one.
And yeah, my now husband, like he's never been to Peru, so I would want him to see Machu Picchu, and like maybe it's like instead of a destination wedding, it's like a tour wedding. Like
Right. He could go and propose again in Machu Picchu, and then the next day you have like a vows renew. Something like that. Oh, Lisa says Chupuno.
I know, I would too. I think it's so
It's
beautiful.
beautiful. Why did you choose Puno, Lisa? Tell us a little bit more about that.
So
We want to know.
so pretty. I would do that too.
Yeah, Manga is a little bit expensive, but still, like if you want to be to wedding, it's it's nice. Like if
Oh,
yeah. Oh, so we have someone. He says, "Hi, a little late here. Is an antigen test okay to travel?" So, actually, the law says that you can do a PCR test or an antigen test 72 hours prior you arrive here. But check with your airline because some airlines they're telling you to use just the PCR. When I travel, I use the PCR, and I remember Carsten in one of our lives. He said that he took the antigen test when he was coming back from Denmark to Peru, and he had to fight with the airline because the airline was saying no, it's only PCR, and he was like, no, it's antigen test and or PCR, any of those. And he had like a huge argument with them that that almost made him miss his flight. So but at the end he could, but still, like, check more with your airline if your airline is more open to accept the antigen test. So that would be like my answer. Like, antigen test, yes, by law they you can use them, but
depends on the
it's not
airline.
yeah, it's not guaranteed that the airlines that you're traveling with they're gonna say, oh yes, it's fine, you know. So that would be all.
Yeah, and the airlines send out their notifications of what their requirements are. My mom, she's flying LAN, and she got an email with this is what you need: your face shield, your mask, blah, all of the things that you need to fly.
Exactly. And oh, he's asking, is it 72 hours prior of taking the actual test or receiving your results? PCR takes, so it's 72 hours since you get the results. So for example, when I travel, I was traveling a Saturday, and I took mine on Tuesday. I got it by Thursday, so I was good to travel on Saturday. So it was like between the time frame. So as soon as I received it in on Thursday, I had 72 hours from that moment. So yeah. And then, oh well, back now to oh well, hopefully we answered your question. If you have more, please let us know. And going back to the wedding destinations,
So Lisa's
Lisa's.
Australian and
Uh-huh.
her husband's from Lima. She loves the colors. I know the beautiful textiles, the people from Puno. I would love to do that too.
All right, yeah,
Veronica, I'm
was nice.
drinking. I never, ever, like it's been since college years since I drink Red Bull, but light or what? I don't know what the difference is, but the sugar free.
I
It's so
don't know. I don't
good.
take that.
I know. I don't, but I just needed, I didn't want coffee because I've had coffee all day and I needed just a little pick me up.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't drink. I know that I can do like energetic drinks because then I get too hyper and it's like
Really?
I don't even, yeah, I can, even when we were in, remember when we were in the office and everyone was like, what, you don't drink coffee? I was like, because that makes me super hyper and no thank you.
Oh my God, I
Yeah,
need coffee to survive. Basically, to live.
exactly. And well,
Well, it's been so fun to talk to everyone. Veronica, Lisa, Christopher. He never
yeah.
came back, but
Yeah, he never told us the story.
for next time.
Right. But
Well,
uh,
um, I mean, if people have more questions, send them our way and we'll answer them next week. We'll be back next week. Thank
as
you, Veronica,
always,
for joining us. Thank you, everyone, for
everyone.
joining us.
So yeah, thank you everyone for being here and well, interact with us because this makes our live chats a little bit better and more entertaining. So
Yeah.
thank you so much, guys. So as Susanna was saying, if you have more questions, just send it to our email. We will answer it next week. So we'll see you next week then.
Yeah. Thanks, Flavia. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Susanna. Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Bye.